Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Watchers Overwatch Brawl number 5 in this May tournament. Today we have a great matchup here in the lower bracket, or the losers bracket, however you would like to say it, between the Honey Badgers and Nevermore Nation Esports. And I am Aries, your play-by-play caster for today, and on the other side of this Discord server we also have poor Zach. How are you doing today, Zach?
I'm doing great today. Really looking forward to these matches. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely awesome. Like you said, excited to watch these matches, and I've casted Nevermore before, and they were an electric group, and I love watching them play. And I would also am really intrigued to see how Honey Badgers play. I've not gotten this chance to see them quite yet in action. It's going to be interesting to see how they play. And speaking of playing, they will be starting on Lijiang Tower, of course, on this control map, and it's going to be interesting to see how both teams come out of the gate swinging on Lijiang. And what are your kind of expectations for this map?
For Lijiang Tower, I'm really expecting to see more of a GOAT side. I'm excited to see what's going to happen when we get into Control Center, because that's kind of where I'm expecting to see maybe a little bit of variation of GOATs. And maybe on Gardens, we possibly see some of the quad DPS. I'm not really seeing that too much from either side, though, so kind of a toss-up there. But I'm getting pretty excited, hoping that I'm going to see some Mei play here. I think some Meis will be great to see.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially on Lijiang, where you can catch some players out and possibly get an early tank pick, maybe on a Reinhardt or a different tank of that nature. And like you said, Meis are very useful on this map, and as we should be getting started and not too long, as it will be interesting to see how these two teams play. Like I said that before, the readies are going to be coming in, hopefully.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's ready, it seems, possibly. Yep, there we go.
Yep. And here we go. Going into the first game of Lijiang, waiting no time at all for this, and we hope you guys are having a great day at home as we are over here on the Watchers Brawl casting table. And it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams come out of it.
Yeah, definitely. And control points kind of seem to be, the King of the Hill maps kind of seem to be more of the Honey Badgers style, because in their last game against Magna Ignis, they were able to take their first two maps on Oasis and here on Lijiang Tower. So going to be kind of exciting to see if they're going to be able to still pull it off and still show themselves as strong on these map types, or if maybe Nevermore kind of prepared for these more, considering that this was one of Honey Badger's strengths.
Yeah, definitely. You do want to look at your opponent's matches if you do have that film on them, and definitely go over some of their strengths and know how to counter it. But looking at these compositions so far, what they've come out with, what are you thinking of them?
Pretty standard. Nothing too out of the ordinary. We get to see a Sombra over on the side of Nevermore, and then kind of a standard Zen over on Honey Badgers. I like the Ana pick. I think that could be very interesting to see how that goes. I'm assuming the anti-nade is kind of going to be what they're mainly going for here. But what really it all turns down to is whether or not the D.Va is able to eat everything that Ana's putting out and completely negate her.
Yeah, definitely. And here we go on the first point of Lijiang Tower and of this series. And it looks like both teams are just going to start fighting early on in the middle here. And Nocturno's actually going to get hacked right away. And there's going to be some really good damage coming over on the side of Nevermore. But Juicy is actually going to be going down first here by Barlet. That's going to be going very well. And Honey Badgers are going to be able to take first point, as there was a bunch of damage coming out from Nevermore, but not able to capitalize on it. And a very nice fight there from the Badgers.
Yeah, the very good pick right off the bat, going on a Juice Ice. And now he's switching over to the Rhine. Yeah, they're switching back over to the Zen. So they're going back to the standard GOATs comp. No more Sombra. They're going to try to go in and see how this works out for them now. Here they go.
Yeah, definitely. And here they come. They're going to be trying to push in onto this, but that barrier's getting hit so much, and their damage is just their Honey Badger's damage output has been insane so far in this match, and Nevermore just having to back off quickly here. Polar's actually going to take a good bit of damage there, but not able to go down from it. And they're going to be pushing onto this point and see how it's going to go. Moore is actually able to get a really nice early pick there onto the opposing Zenyatta, and Juice is also going to be going down as well with it. The damage is coming in, and Nevermore is not able to hold on for it. Those changes are not really working so far. That's Honey Badger is up to 50% on the point.
Yeah, no, in that fight, again, an early pickoff onto their enemy Zen for Nevermore, and you got to think, like, they keep getting picked early off in the fight, and then they ended up committing the sound barrier to try to turn it around. But by that point, the Rhine died, so it's kind of like, was it really worth it? You know, did they still have that chance? But going into this next fight, they're not going to really have the ults, but Honey Badgers sure are.
Oh yeah, they have all 6 ults on Honey Badger's side, but Magnific... Mag is not going to have his ult coming into this. He is dead. Cannot say that name for the life of me for some reason. Juice is actually going to be coming down
here.
Very nice Earth Shatter there. And it's able to get something out of it, and Nevermore is not looking good right now at all. Vanguard looking to get something out of this, and he's able to take Nocturnal out of his mech, but he's not able to get anything else out of it. Polar is going to be going down here, and that's going to be it for it. And wow, Honey Badgers able to take that point back after a little bit of a scare there.
Yeah, no, taking down Magnifique so early is kind of a scare, but they made the right call and just backing up and giving up the point just for a little bit until he was able to make it back. Grab coming out from both sides.
Yeah, it's good. CCLs are going to be going. And there's a Substrike now to get anything. And there's the other Substrike now to get anything as well, but some damage yet again on Nevermore is huge right now, but Polar's getting taken down very early, and so is Barlita. And that just might be it for this fight, because there's that Brigitte and that Reinhardt are going to be down here, and Mort is also down, and that's going to be it, and Nevermore is able to take this point back.
Yeah, after a fight like that, getting it all the way up to 99, you still got to have a little bit of a smile on your face with that. But looking on the sides of Ultimates, definitely in the favor of Nevermore right now, getting really close on their sound barrier, over halfway on their next grab. But Barletta does have his Shatter, so depending on how he uses that, still could be a game changer.
Yeah, definitely. And here they come. They're going to be going down here from the top part. See if they can get some damage coming in here, but Barley's going to have some nice healing onto him, and G-Man's actually going to go on down here to half HP, and so is Juice and NYR. And here comes a Shatter there onto Juice, but it's not able to catch anything out of it. The sound barrier is going to be popped on the side of it, and here comes the Graviton Surge from Nevermore. It's able to catch them on the wall, but it's not able to get anything out of it as well. Those kids are going to be coming out here so far.
Good Shatter.
Yeah, great Shatter. It's going to be able to catch forward, but nothing out of it. And there's a Shatter of his own. Barlita able to get a second Shatter in the same fight. But he's actually going to be killed here. This is just the damage output is too much. But Vanguard's going to be taken down. But the damage is already done. Nevermore able to get those really quick kills there and snap back on that fight. But Barlita's able to get 2 Earth Shatters in the same fight. Came in with 1 and then was able to get 1 at the end of it.
Yeah, very impressive. Great ult usage for the supports of Nevermore. Really knowing when to use that sound barrier, when to use the Transcendence. Very good communication between them right there.
Definitely, and here comes a Self-Destruction, not able to catch anything out of it. And here comes a sound barrier, which could win this for them. It's going to be the last fight of Li Zhang. The Graviton Surge is going to be popped on the side of YR, and it's kind of equal right now, but not really anymore, because Nevermore is just pushing them off the point. There's that Graviton Surge, though. See if they can capture the point off of it. It looks like they're not going to be able to. And the Honey Badgers are not looking good right now, as Nevermore is able to fight back on Night Market and take it 1-0 here on Li Zhang.
That's very impressive. You see that happen a lot, though, where teams might get it up to 99, but then the other team is just able to get it up to 100. And I think that just comes down to that snowballing and that good ult usage that last fight kind of brings out. And just really good knowing, like, when to use the sound barrier, when to use the trans, when to use the grav. And actually, at the end there, Nocturnal was able to eat a grav, but unfortunately, that wasn't able to save the point for them.
Yeah, of course, it was not able to. The quick damage coming out from both teams, but Nevermore was able to catch it off at the end of it. And let's see what they're going to be able to do on this second point of Li Zhang Tower. And by the way, you can vote for your MVP of the match whenever you would like to. If you're on Twitch, if you're on D-Live, go ahead and just shoot us a follow on twitch.tv at the Watchers Overwatch. And here we go on to this second point. Going in, and Nevermore's gonna have control of the point so far. Now Reinhardt's actually gonna be caught out here, or at least he's able to get some healing onto him. And Vanguard's able to get a nice early pick there onto Polar. It's gonna be interesting for that Brigade. And you said before that Mei, and which Mei is gonna be able to get the most usage out of it, and Nevermore so far is able to get it.
Yeah, it's looking really good right now with the Mei walls. Pauletta was actually caught off there near the end. Right now they're in their spawn, just kind of going for it, honestly. I'm surprised how far they're pushing up here, not giving up any space, considering they lost, I believe, their Zen just a second ago.
Yeah, and Juicy's going to be going down as well, and that's going to force the back off.
Yeah, I think they might have gone a little too aggressive there.
Oh, yeah, definitely, and it looks like Honey Badgers are finally able to push back into this, and they'd be able to push them back into their spawn. It's like a seesaw.
Just going back and forth. Now they're really starting to push back there. Yeah, no, Nevermore honestly just getting way too aggressive there. Once their Zen went down, maybe they should have backed off. They also got Berletta, maybe that should have backed off again. Slowing routes out of their spawns.
Nocturne's able to get DJ there from the Blizzard. And right now, Honey Badgers are looking to have the advantage in this fight so far. Nice barrier there to catch him off, and Mortis had some nice poke damage with the Zenyatta so far in this match, and now Reinhardt gonna go in for a dive, but it's not able to work whatsoever. Mord yet again gonna get a nice kill there, and he's able to get another one on the Vanguard. And nice fighting here from Honey Badgers, just able to take advantage of that over aggression and push a point back, and that Mei is really what's been doing it for them so far.
Yeah, definitely. And also at that fight there, Barletta was able to get a really good shatter onto what looked like 3 players. And that's because of just how aggressive Juice was going there. That he was just able to notice he was out of position and just went for it.
Yeah, for sure. And Sound Barrier is going to be popped over on the side of Nevermore, but that ice barrier is going to be able to block them for a little bit longer. And let's see how they're going to be pushing it into this. And there's a nice shatter over there onto the Honey Badgers, but not able to capitalize on a Magnifique. Is going to be, finally said his name right, going to be popping his Sound Barrier, and that's going to help them through this fight. And the Honey Badgers are looking awesome right now. There's that Reinhardt down on Juicy, but G-Man's going to get traded out, so is YR. And, oh wow, the kills are going right back in the favor of Nevermore right now. And this is going to be interesting to see how they're going to be able to push through this fight, as just the ice barriers coming out from both sides.
Yeah, you can see a lot of ults being committed here. They really want to try to capture this point. They really want to try to hold it. So, of course, you got to see a little bit of everything coming out there. But looking at the ult advantage right now, it definitely looks like it's leaning a little more in Nevermore's favor with the Grav. But Grav versus Shatter, if he's able to get that shot off before the Grav comes through or during, then it could just completely negate it alongside that Transcendence. But we're going to have to see coming into this.
Yeah, definitely. And at some points, the Earth Shatter is better to have and more useful than the Graviton Surge. But here comes a Graviton Surge with him, and there's that Ice Wall again that's been so useful for them, but Tony's able to fight through it and get Magnifique. And Barlita is just going to get caught out by himself, and they're just going to be retreating right now. And are they going to get too aggressive again as Nevermore? Because if it's happened before, why would you go for it again? It looks like they're just going to be holding this main room leading to the point. Oh, Ice Wall is coming out again.
Oh my goodness.
Juicy, and there's the cleanup. That may just be Li Zhang in itself. G-Man's gonna get staggered heavily right now, and there's a team kill coming through from Nevermore. And that will be Li Zhang Tower. Nevermore is gonna be taking 1-0 lead here in the series in the lower bracket. Good matches from both sides, but what a great map there from Nevermore. What do you think really set them apart?
I think this shatter right here was really good. They really weren't expecting it. I think that those Ryans right now are really in the minds of each other, trying to predict when and when not they're going to have that barrier up. And it looks like Juice just kind of seems to be doing a little bit better of a job at it. And that's kind of what's setting him apart right now from Barletta, is just his ultimate usage. The Maze I felt were pretty evenly matched right there. Good walls coming out from both of them, especially at the end with that Graviton to try to negate the damage coming out from Juice Ice. But unfortunately, one still got picked in that, so they were able to snowball off of that pick and end up taking the map.
Yeah, definitely. And the pick and bans are going to be coming in here. It's going to be interesting to see what Nevermore are going to be banning for a map and what Honey Badgers is going to be selecting. And remember, you cannot play 2 control maps in a row or any map type in general in a row. So say you play an assault map next, you cannot play an assault map after that map. It just goes for all of the maps, but they said it's going to be interesting to see what Nevermore pick here. And it looks like Dorado will be the map that is banned, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of maps on Dorado.
Yeah,
a lot of people seem to be kind of going away from that. Maybe it's because that map is, I don't know, not really played all that often to where you can see it in the pro leagues with like maybe a bunker comp, so you don't really know what would work best on that. That's kind of an everything kind of map where any team comp can be good, so maybe that's the idea behind it.
Yeah, and Hanamura will be selected as our next map here, and it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to be coming out with from each side. And the hero saves and bans will be coming in, and Lucio will be saved on the side of Nevermore, and Honey Badgers will be able to ban a hero, but Nevermore gets first choice inside, and they'll be choosing defense first off. And what do you think about that, with how Hanamura can go such a high points?
Yeah, I think it's got to just come down to team coordination and resilience of just making sure they know to restrain themselves and not get too aggressive from Nevermore, and Honey Badgers maybe being a little more aggressive and kind of playing a little more of the in their heads sort of predicting plays, because right now they just kind of feels like a little bit outpredicted from Honey Badgers from Nevermore. They kind of seem to know mainly what's going to be going on. So Hanamura is a map that Honey Badgers actually won to finish off their last series, so maybe they're thinking that they got a good strat for it and they're going to try to go with that.
Yeah, for sure. And you definitely want to ride that wave if you're doing really well on a map and you're able to lock down a series on it. That may be one map that you really want to come back to. And Honey Badgers are going to be trying to ban a hero here, just thinking about it, and they will be banning D.Va. What do you think about this ban?
D.Va, that's not actually surprising to me, because that's the same person or character that they banned in their Hanamura match previously, and mainly because Nocturnal is really good on that Sombra role. You've seen that she's also a really good D.Va, or a really good Mei, excuse me, but she is a good D.Va still, don't get me wrong. And knowing that Nocturnal is just able to flex those other 2 heroes, that it's not that big of a deal if you really do have to switch to one of those. And they're thinking maybe Vanguard isn't as flexible as Nocturnal could be.
Yeah, and that may be something that you might see from rewatching VODs on a team. Maybe Nevermore's last game, Vanguard wasn't able to flex that well on Hanamura from that D.Va, and it'll be something to see here if he's able to flex from that D.Va.
Definitely. I'm pretty excited to see what they pull out here. The great thing about Hanamura is you can kind of do a little bit of everything, honestly. Like, Bunker seems really good here. You can also run the Goats on the defense. And then on attack, you could be running Goats yourselves. Maybe you want to run a Sim to get straight onto the point. That's kind of a counter to the Bunker. That way you can set up your own or have your Goats on there beforehand. But I'm not expecting to see anything too crazy coming out from Nevermore's side, more from Honey Badger's side.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen really any interesting strategies or compositions that they've pulled out in their previous matches?
In the Hanamura match, they kind of just stuck to I think at first, round 1, they did a triple or quadruple DPS, so I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled that out here. But then they ended up switching back over to Goats with a Sombra, and then they were able to cap it after that. So kind of looking like they're going to start off like that again, see where it goes, and hopefully they're able to take it here. But the defense coming out right now, again with the Mei, not too surprised with the Mei pick. It's really good, and it looks like they're going to be defending from point. It's an odd
which is,
choice.
yeah, most teams will like to go from the choke point, but Nevermore suggests that they don't
Oh
want to do that. But a really nice opening pick there from Magnifique. Able to get onto Vanguard, and not really gonna see if he can flex right now, but here comes that Hammond in the backline from Barlito. And they're just gonna be diving onto this point. Now Shield's getting really low from Juicy. It's actually gonna be going down here. And there's a nice hack there, and Juicy's just getting pit. He's getting, wow, Magnifique is going huge right now, and Nevermore is just getting obliterated.
That was outstanding. That was just raw skill coming out from Magnifique and Polar. That was just really good plays. Just Magnifique getting the first pick off, opening it up, knowing that May wouldn't be there. They were able to come in and collapse. And it looks like they're switching to Goats comp. Yeah, they're gonna like to switch to the Goats comp. It is way better here on the second point. It's really hard to run the quadruple DPS.
Yeah, of course. And let's see what they're going to be coming out with. They're just going to go fast paced, and it looks like that is the case, especially with that Lucio. And they're going to be both going to be holding this top point. There's a nice ice wall there to try to hold them back from it. And Nocturnal getting knocked pretty low there, but able to stabilize from it. And they're going to be diving onto this point with 6:30 left to claim this point. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how they're going to be pulling this off. And Vanguard's going to get a nice early pick there on the Mord, and Nocturnal and Polar are also going to be good on here, and Honey Badgers is going to be backing off of it. Ward's able to get some nice picks, though.
Nevermore really able to collapse on them. I believe that Barleto's actually knocked down by Chang, and with the I forget what it's called, the whiplash thing with Regit. I forget exactly what it's called, but he was knocked down, so that forced the rest of the team to go under there to make sure that he didn't get picked off. But speaking of getting picked off, there goes Ismath Pro.
Yeah, and hasn't really been outstanding so far in this series, but he's done his job. And Magnifique is just looking to just be a little bit of a nuisance up there on the top. He's taking a lot of damage from it, and here comes that Blizzard, and it's going to be catching Barlita, G-Man, Polar as well from it, and there's a nice cleanup there, and Honey Badgers yet again going to have to retreat.
Yeah, right now it's seeming really hard. The Zarya's really charged up. That May ultimate was really well placed, able to catch 3 players. But going into this next fight, they're going to have the EMP, and that's probably going to have to be their saving grace right now, because they're kind of getting countered a little bit right now by Nevermore.
Yeah, and it's gonna be something to see what they're gonna be coming out with because of how much they've tried. And there's a huge EMP, and the rally's also gonna be coming out here from Polar. And there's that Earth Shot. It's able to only catch one. That's gonna be Juice, but they're gonna be on this point trying to find. Here comes a Graviton Surge, and their Transcendence Morded. And that's gonna save them, and that may just win them this. And there's that sound barrier from its Math Pro, and Tony is just gonna somehow stay alive here, but not for very long, as Vanguard as well. And this is just gonna be a stagger to try to get back onto this point. They're able to get 2 ticks so far, and Magnifique is able to pop that down barrier on the side of Honey Badgers. There's a nice kills there, and it looks like they're gonna be able to take second point of Hanamura with a great attack there from Honey Badgers.
Yeah, that one was really good coming into that. That EMP was able to get everybody, but the enemy Zen was in a really good position so that way he wouldn't get caught out by it. So I thought maybe that would have ended the fight. So then they counter grabbed, but then the Honey Badger Zen came in, used his ultimate, and then they were just able to stabilize and turn out the win with that fight. Really impressive coming on the sides of Honey Badger. Wasn't expecting them to win that fight after the Transcendence came out after the EMP. Very good.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be intriguing to see how they're going to respond from this with 4 minutes and 4 seconds left to attack. So, what do you really expect? Do you expect a high-pace offense, or do you expect more of a methodical offense?
I'm not really sure coming out from Nevermore. but it looks like they're going to be going with the sim, which is something I figured they would try to do to negate a bunker, which is looking like it might work, considering that Honey Badgers is indeed running that bunker. So it's going to take some quick repositioning from them to be able to stop them from capturing the point. What?
Yeah.
So it looks like right now they're going to be setting up standard place up on the high ground over here. They still got the Hammond, so are they? Okay. I didn't know if maybe they were switching over to the quad DPS. They might have been talking in between it, but yeah, this Symmetra coming out here. She's going to have to do this fast. Right now, they got a pretty good setup. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, that Bastion with that bunker comp. I'm going to be trying to stick with it, and it looks like they're going to go back onto the point to try to hold it like Nevermore did, and let's see if they can do it better than Nevermore did, and that's really going to be the key to this.
See, right there, that's great repositioning coming out from Honey Badgers.
Yeah, and it's working to perfection. G-Man able to get 2 so far. Nocturnal's able to add on to it. And the death count is just rising for Nevermore right now, and this attack is going absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, they did exactly what they should have done. They rotated over to the point, noticing that they had the sim. Now it looks like they're going to be switching over to a triple DPS on the side of Nevermore. So you're definitely able to complete your job. You did what you needed to do, but can you do it again with a different comp? We'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the question here, trying to do it with another composition. And G-Man's able to take down DJ very early on, and Morden's actually going to go down here trying to get Papa res, and that's not going to work, and that may just prop them to go into this point. Possibly. Not really, but
it's definitely going to be hard to hold.
Yeah, it's Math Pro is going to be caught off guard trying to get that Bastion, not going to work, and the tank mode is going to be activated here. Not so far able to get much out of it, and actually he's able to get War, but not before getting taken down by Vanguard. And Vanguard's actually able to get Polar as well, and Honey Badgers will lose the point.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the idea was with that res. Of course, you want to get Nocturnal back in the fight with the Hog because of so much health that the Hog has and how much sustain he has by himself. But there was no Immortality Field to help the Mercy. He just died from that exact same spot by the Wrecking Ball, so wouldn't you expect him to be there again? Really just a misplay by them, unfortunately. That costed them the point. It looks like we're going to switch back over to Goats on Nevermore's side to get into this point, keeping the Sombra.
Yeah, and if it worked, why switch it? And especially Goats being this preferred second point, but here we go with it, and there's that Riptide gonna be popped. Let's see if we can catch anything, and no, it's gonna be stopped there by War. And now Reinhardt's getting low, but Barlita's able to get caught out from it, and DJ is getting caught out as well, and Juicy. And Nevermore just gonna have to reset, and they have 5 minutes to do it.
It's looking like they're gonna be able to probably take this in a couple more fights. They have both of their support ultimates, and no ultimates really on the side of Honey Badgers. What really won them that last fight, though, was them being able to pick off Juice Ice and getting knocked down again by the Whiplash, the Rhine.
Yeah, and here comes the sound barrier, and they're just pushing him over to the corner. And that's going to be working really well so far, and they're going to have that hack. They're going to be able to know that Barlita does have that Earth Shatter, and here comes the Earth Shatter. He's not able to catch anything, and he's getting hacked. He go down as well, but the Juicy is going to get traded out here. Both the Reinhardt's going to be down, and it's just going to be battle of it, and Nevermore is going to be going down. And they have 4:15 left to attack on this, which is a lot of time. But it does look like Honey Badgers will have the time advantage if Nevermore does get this point.
Yeah, they will, and that was a really good EMP at the end there. They were able to focus on the Zarya, knowing that she would be reduced to half her health because of that. So able to collapse onto her. And now the ultimates are starting to get a little more stabilized on the side of Honey Badgers.
Yeah, you definitely want to have a good ult economy. But Looks like they do have that on the Honey Badgers side. They're just gonna be going down onto this point, and the ultimates are coming out from both sides. Riley's gonna be popped here from both sides in that Transcendence. But Mort is gonna be doing some work, and here comes the Sound Barrier and a Graviton Surge, and Honey Badgers are gonna be trying to survive from this, but it's not really gonna work as Barlita and Nocturnal are gonna be down here, but Juicy's gonna get traded out. And Nevermore does have control of this point right now, as it looks, and here comes a Graviton Surge, and it's not able to catch anything out of it. Tony's able to get G-Man, and Ward's gonna be going down here on that Zarya, but that's about it. And there's gonna be a good EMP there, and that should be it over here on the second point of Hanamura.
Yeah, right now I'll just switch to stall.
Yeah. What about that explosive attack?
Yeah, that was a really good attack there. What I especially liked was at the end, there might have been a game changer if that Ryan was able to get off that pin onto the Zen, but a good bash came out from Nevermore's Brigitte player and able to just stop it before it gets anywhere too serious, because of that stun, the Ryan was able to get focused down. Another EMP came through, so they were just able to use those ultimates, use those abilities, and just completely keep the fight in their favor instead of it being anywhere close to it turning around.
Yeah, definitely, and we are in the extra pointage of this Hanamura map, and so far from seeing both of those attacks, who do you think is going to have the upper hand in this? I mean, if you look at it, Honey Badgers does have the time advantage, but what do you expect?
I really think Honey Badgers should be able to take Hanamura here. I think the only reason they weren't able to keep that defense on the first point is because of the misplay out of Mordred with trying to res the Hog. I think if they just didn't do that, they could have possibly held it a lot longer. Maybe they even full hold it and keep them from even getting to the second point altogether. But now they're going to start off on the quad DPS, or triple DPS, excuse me, and go from there. So we'll see how this works for them.
Yeah, and what are you looking at so far from this bunker comp? And it looks like Honey Badgers are going to do the same exact thing as they did before, repositioning in the same spot. But Morta does not need to make that same mistake of that res, and the damage is just going to be pumped right now into Honey Badgers, but the healing is definitely there for them. And like I said, the damage is just being pumped straight in by DJ, and he's already got his barrage.
Ooh.
And speaking of the barrage, DJ is able to come in with 3, and Honey Badgers have no answer for it. Nailed to take this first point.
That was really good there, because they knew that since they were focused on so many different angles, that right now would be the best time to go in before any of them gets picked with that barrage, and that's exactly what they were able to do. They knew the Immortality Field wasn't going to be up in time, and they were just able to get off that barrage and, frankly, just melt their defense. Really good positioning coming out from all their DPS to try to make that happen.
For sure, and here we go on to the second point that Sombra is going to be in the back lines for Honey Badgers, but Nevermore is looking like they're going to go for the same exact push that they had before the first part of this, but it's going to be this upper battle that really determines it. Honey Badgers cannot lose this part, and they do need to get some kills coming out here, and DJ and War's getting very low on side of Nevermore, but the healing's going to be there. Not for War, though, and DJ are going to be going down as well. And this is nice fight here from Honey Badgers to stall them out, and they have 1:30 to take this point is Nevermore, but a very nice hold there from the Badgers.
Yeah, that's what you really like to see. Fights like that are personally some of my favorites because they're not ultimate heavy. It's really just skill based and knowing who to attack, who to collapse on, and kind of where you need to position yourself. So it's a little more, a little more skill by the players and a little less reliance on the ultimates, which are just, I love seeing those plays. They're just fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. And here we go, 60 seconds left, and there's that Transcendence over on Mordred. Might want to save that, but the rally is going to be popped here, and there's a huge EMP. It's able to catch War, DJ, and Juicy. And that might just be it for this fight, as Nevermore is crumbled right now. Math Pro is just on the point, getting so heavily staggered.
Yeah, that fight, it was looking like it could have gone bad, because what Vanguard did was expose himself right in front of Mordred to try to draw out that Transcendence, which he did. So going into that fight, they knew that they were going to do a hard push and maybe them use the Trance. So Nocturnal went in, used EMP, or used their EMP, and then Nocturnal went in, used their EMP early before the fight even started to make sure that it wasn't going to go anywhere from there. They're able to build up a little more of their ults, see where it goes.
There's a huge EMP and a Shatter coming out, and see if they can get anything out of it. Nevermore now, bro, going down here, and the Badgers are against the ropes. G-Man's also going to be going down here, but they have such a really nice spawn, and then we are in overtime. Sound barrier and the Graviton Surge will be popped, but Nevermore is taking control of this point, and they will be able to get up to 4.
Yeah, at the end there, it would have been really impressive if they were able to hold it, considering all the ults that Nevermore were about to have there going into that fight with the EMP, and them not being able to have the Transcendence with it. But still, the fact that they have no more time on the clock is really a good thing for them, because now they know that if they're able to capture these 2 points, it's either going to be ending in a draw most likely, or if they end it with no time, then they're going to have to go into 2 more rounds where it still could be anybody's game.
Yeah, and let's see what does happen with that, and what do you think is going to be happening here from the Honey Badgers to try to get this?
I'm not sure. I think their quad DPS was really good, able to get off the picks, but now they're switching over to a bunker comp on the side of Nevermore. So if they do decide to go that right off the bat, then they'd already have the advantage going the quad DPS to build their ultimates faster, and knowing that now that they're going to be the bunker, it should be theoretically a little bit easier for them. But going into this, we'll have to see how it turns out.
Yeah, Mordred going on that solo healer, as it looks like. Hopefully not caster cursing. You know, that's happened a lot if you've ever watched my cast. But you don't even want to know the track record. It's not pretty. But they are going to be going with that bunker comp, like you said, is Nevermore. And there's a nice early pick there onto Polar, not able to do anything. And there's a nice pick there from War onto Magnifique. And Polar's going to be rezzed here. There's that res out of this fight for right now. So it looks like they might go try and engage, but it looks like they may try to switch up their composition, possibly. Yeah,
I didn't notice that Rory was even on the Widow. I just completely missed that, and it's kind of a surprise. You don't really see that with this bunker too much, or I feel like I don't.
Yeah, and they're going to force him out of that bunker.
Oh, and they're able to pick off the enemy Mercy.
Yeah,
this could be something big.
It could, and especially if they get that Orisa, but it's not able to get anything out of it so far. But Warren's going to get really low here, and the Honey Badgers are getting demolished. DJ and Vanguard are going to be getting some of those kills, and that's it for that push. They got 3 minutes left to get this point, and it's going to be interesting to see how they will do it. And it's been looking really good so far for Nevermore, especially with that bunker composition and having to switch that positioning. But War is going to be caught off guard here by the Hammond. Ooh, and able to get that nice parkour jump. But
yeah, right now everybody's moved over to try to get the Hammond. But yeah, no, keep an eye on Rory here, because he's winning all of these Widow battles. Now with the attack visor up, it should be a lot easier facing as this quad DPS. But the Hammond's all going on to him.
Yeah, then first sight going to be popped, and he's able to see where all the flanks are coming from, and they might just try to go for a collapse here onto this point, and Vanguard's able to get
great
warded.
hook pull combo.
Yeah. Like, love to see those in a team fight, and Warriors may get picked off here. They should, and it doesn't look like they are somehow. How are they not just picked off? But they were stuck in that corridor with the small health pack, with a Tracer and a Roadhog with him, and War should not have lived there because Magnifique just got absolutely obliterated out of the Sentry. And this has been a very solid defense from Nevermore in this quad DPS.
Yeah, Rory's really just showing off his Widow skills right now. Not letting anybody get into his point. He's taking out the Pharah. He's taking out the Widow every single time. It's just took out the Sombra. Really putting in work here on this defense.
Definitely. And speaking of picking up or doing work, this may be a little bit of a slide in, but whoever you see is doing the most work on either of the teams, just go ahead and hit them with the MVP vote in the Twitch chat. But here comes the barrage, and the ultimates are gonna be here. Tracer's able to get one. That's gonna be that Mercy down, but Mortar's gonna be going down as well. And that Tank Mode's able to get a good bit of kills here, and the kills are just coming out right now. And Nevermore is crumbling with his 50 seconds left, and Honey Badgers able to capture the point. That was explosive.
Yeah, that was really good. A lot of ultimates coming out from their side. Of course, you're going to have to go over to Goats. I imagine they're going to be doing the same on the defensive side. They look like they're actually electing to go Symmetra Bastion here on the defense, possibly. Nope. Oh, I got baited. All right, I see how it is. Man. It's all right. The Honey Badger's coming back in here now. Also, that was a great stick onto the Mercy at the start of the fight there by G-Man. Really good. Able to negate his ultimate altogether.
So many abilities and ultimates were popped there that was hard to keep track of, but yeah, that was a really nice stick, and that's kind of what opened it up. But speaking of opening it up, they're just gonna walk straight onto this point right now, trying to get some picks from it, and there's gonna be a nice ice wall to try to solidify them from their teams, and and here they go onto this. They got 15 seconds left. They do need to get this point, or this map will go over onto the side of Nevermore. 10 seconds left, and Magnifique's able to get Tony.
Picked off.
Yeah. And there's a nice shatter there. It's able to get G-Man, and
big anti.
in overtime. Yeah. Juicy's gonna get on as well, and this may be it.
Yeah, I think they definitely are going to be able to capture this point here. I can't see it turning the other way. Right now, it looks like they're just trying to come out and do some stall. Will he make it to the point, though? Yeah, he will. All right.
Still a little bit of hope. Not much, but still a little bit. And it looks like that hope is just going to be demolished. Maybe.
I don't know. There's a rally coming in now with the Moira.
Actually, yeah, there's definitely a good chance here Nevermore could do this. But there's going to be the sound barrier on the other side as the Honey Badgers still fighting for this point, and Nevermore still trying to hold them back from it. But
Morph gets picked off here. Ooh.
Juicy's also gonna get picked off, and so is Rory, and finally able to do it as the Honey Badgers.
3 off the point right there, able to get on the point, but it looks like they decided not to. There might have been a miscommunication with how they were going to be taking the turns to stall out the fight a little bit longer. But now it looks like we're going in to 2 more rounds. Yes. Oh, gosh. Yay. I love it. Each side got to get 1 minute each here. You know, everybody's been going bunker on this defense now, it seems. I wonder if someone's going to change it up or if they're just going to like just keep it the same. Who knows? That was a really good comeback from Honey Badgers there. It was looking like they weren't even going to be able to capture the first point. They were able to switch to Goats and just stay coordinated, even though they ended up getting on the low ground, which is definitely what they did not want to have going into that last fight. So the fact that they were able to get back up there, stay stabilized, bring it around, very impressive by the side of Honey Badgers.
Yeah, definitely impressed with them, and it's going to be intriguing to see how they're going to be coming out with it on this defense, and we've seen a lot of it so far, and the defenses have been doing really well in the first good bit of holding a point, but it's just that explosiveness that each team has. Like, they'll take it within, like, 12 seconds of a fight being started, and it's going to be interesting to see if that's going to happen again. DJ going to be going on this far, which could be the difference maker in this.
Yeah, right now they got the McCree here. It looks like they are going to be going a weird Goats variant with McCree here. McCree, right now, not as strong as he's going to be in his new buff where he fires freaking insane. But we'll see. I'm sure this McCree is still going to be able to put in work here, though, on that Far Mercy. As long as he gets pocketed the right way.
Yeah, if anyone's pocketed the right way, they can do well. They can do wonders. But Magnifique is just going to be caught out very early here, and Nevermore 30 seconds left, and Rory will be killed here, and they're just going to be going in this corner, and damage from DJ.
Whoa!
Oh, Juicy with the really nice Juicy one there, and DJ also able to come in with a double, triple of his own. And they're going to have some time here to get the second point. They got to hurry, though, with it.
Yeah, it was really hard to hold that one there. There was a very good pick-offs by Juice Ice right there. Able to knock, I believe, the Rhine and the Zen off. But the Far Mercy was also getting in picks there, which it's really hard for McCree to get picks on the Far Mercy because you got to think about it. He may have the hit scan, he may be somewhat of a counter, but it's still a 1v2 in essence. So he still had to have a little bit of a hard time trying to do that. Good sleep to delay this push a little bit longer, though.
Yeah, and they have less than 10 seconds left, and there's a barrier. Just gonna have to fight through this. 5 seconds left, and this might determine it. And Barlita able to get a nice pick there on the Vanguard early, and the Transcendence from Turney gonna be popped, and Barlita's able to get DJ.
Yeah, picks coming out from both sides here. The spawn's right there, so definitely looking like it's in Honey Badger's favor.
Yeah, definitely, and with the kills coming in their way as well. Nevermore not looking like they have a chance right now on this point, and we're in overtime, and this overtime could take very, very fast, and it will, and that's it. Vanguard's not even able to get onto the point. Round 5 complete. It is 5-4 now. I thought we were watching Overwatch, not basketball, but you know. We'll see how it goes. May end up going 70 to, I don't know, 71 at the end of this.
Jeez, I hope not. I love Overwatch, don't get me wrong, but I don't love more than 6 rounds of Hanamura.
Yeah.
Personally. Maybe it's just me, but
I live on the East Coast, so if this went to like 71 to 70, it might be 9 at night tomorrow.
Yeah.
By the time we get to that point. But you know what? No, I don't mind some great Overwatch, and that's what we've had so far, and that's what we always have here on the Watchers Brawl. Gotta plug it real fast, because I'm really good at that. But
it was a good transition. I'll give you that. Yeah, no.
Oh, thank you. I'm a smooth criminal.
Smooth criminal.
I wasn't even alive then. But anyways.
I don't know if a lot of us were, to be honest. I think a majority of us are pretty young right here.
No, I thought you were old. I'm just kidding.
Nah, I just graduated.
Well, I'm a freshman, so.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I'll try.
Yeah, you will. Don't even worry about it. All right, coming on the defense here. Looks like we're gonna have the bunker comp against the Symmetra again. All right, I really want to see the Symmetra work here because I don't know. I just think the Symmetra is really good here. If they're not able to reposition fast enough, then they're gonna take it.
And
we're gonna see what they're
I
gonna
thought
do
that
here.
barrier was gonna miss for a second. Yeah,
that would have been unfortunate.
That would have been very bad. Please don't mess this up, Juicy. Okay, thank God. Stop doing that. Anyways, they're gonna be going down here onto the right side of this point, and see how they're gonna be going with it, as they do have control of the point right now, and they're gonna have to dive onto this. They're nearly gonna be able to get that first tick now to get it full, and there's that barrier which may allow them to get that first point, or that first tick, and they have 15 seconds left, and oh my goodness, Juicy's just having a shooting range right now to go at. And Vanguard's gonna be revived here, and that may be it. Because, I mean, the kills are definitely not the favorite. Maybe not.
On this next pick. Ooh, it's not looking good for them.
Definitely not. Morta's gonna be down here, and so is Nocturnal, and we are in overtime right now, and overtime is ticking down, and Nevermore finally ends this Toronto Raptors game. Whew.
Wow.
Didn't get that reference? That's a basketball reference. Anyways, then Nevermore is up 2-0 or 2-0 yet again. That was a soccer term. Why am I pulling out sports terms? Because esports is a sport. Anyways.
Here comes that big barrage. Yeah. Oh, wait, no? Oh, he was able to get the boop off. That was a good hit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That last, that was pretty good.
I think I would have rather seen that Hammond swing.
Yeah, that would have been fun to watch.
Over there.
Yeah.
But
Man, and that
like
last
I
fight
was,
there, that was something else. I think what really made them lose that fight was the fact that once they got onto the point, they were doing pretty much everything right, but they kind of seemed to want to peek them a little too much when they should have played a little more around the bell. So then, of course, the Ryan shield got staggered down, and they just started losing it from there because of the Risa pull, and there wasn't much they could do against that. But honestly, they had a great attack there. It really could have gone either way at the end. I was really expecting them to honestly take that first point. They had a really good setup. I think it was just that Hog already being on the point, able to kind of negate them from going too far over to the left of the point or going to the right of the point too much, and just kind of be that presence of like, okay, we got to watch out for him. And then they were just able to get down, reposition to the front of the point, and just able to wear him down.
Yeah, and Ilios, we are going to be going into the pick and bans, and Ilios will be banned. And quick incoming thing here, thank you to Happy Feet 116454. Thank you for your credit card number and for giving us the sub.
Thank you, Happy Feet, much appreciated. Always love to see someone subscribing out here.
Yeah, it's awesome, and whew, we're having Happy Feet over here, happy vocal cords at this point in this match, depending on how things are going. And speaking of this map, Oasis will be picked on the next map. And I'm sorry, Nevermore is up 2-0 against Honey Badgers right now in the series. And if you want to go hit your favorite player up, or the player that you love the most with your MVP vote, especially if you're on Twitch, if you're on DLive, go ahead and head over to Twitch. It's, it's a nice place. You can get us $5, Canadian.
Yep.
Twitch Prime.
They're gonna elect to save Lucio here for Oasis.
Yeah,
okay.
That's. But what do you think of that, Lucio? Because they've saved it 2 maps in a row now.
I think they just really feel comfortable and confident in their GOATS play, so they definitely want that Lucio to be able to do just that. Because without the Lucio, it makes running GOATS so much harder, nearly impossible if the other team's able to play around it with the DPS, so then they don't have as much movement. So that's really, I think, what they're trying to stop there is GOATS completely being negated, because you can ban the D.Va and you can switch her out. You can ban the Zarya, switch her out. But if you ban that Lucio, it's really hard to play around.
Yeah, for sure. And oh my goodness, Ryan will be banned. Honey Badgers will be banning Reinhardt. And what do you think of that?
I think it's a little odd that they're banning the Reinhardt. In their last match, I believe they played on Oasis. They played Winston both rounds, so there wasn't too much of like Ryan play on their side. So maybe they're just hoping that he's not as good as a Winston as they are a Ryan, possibly. But knowing that they're not going to suffer too much from that Ryan ban is probably what they were going for.
Probably, but we're just casters. We're not a mind readers or psychologists by any stretch of the imagination. At least I'm not hit with a degree in that. I don't know if you are. Oh, you just graduated high school.
Yeah, I just graduated high school. I get my diploma next Sunday. It's like eventually. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations on making out of the Common Core school system.
Yeah, anyways, I got to learn so much about stuff I'll never use again. It's all right because I took. Yeah, it's all right. I took a financial applications class, so I know taxes and stuff now.
Yay! Even though they should definitely teach us that in regular schooling.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just saying.
All right,
I live in Canada.
Oh, you live in Canada? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yay. Anyways.
Yeah.
Magnifique.
Ready for that A.
I'm just hop right onto my moose and get onto this game, bud. Anyways, both teams are going to be ready here, going on to Oasis. Friendly banter in the commentating booth. You love it.
I'm pretty excited to see this because Honey Badgers won 100-0 for both of their maps on Oasis against Magna Ignis. But also, Magna Ignis, I forgot to mention this at the start, was actually a team that Nevermore beat previously, and it was a close match between Honey Badgers and Magna Ignis. So coming into this, I did kind of have more of a favor for Nevermore.
Yeah, of course. And a quick little fact here, that I actually originally started commentating for Nevermore Esports.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're the first league I actually ever commentated for.
Nice. This is my first.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
What is your first game commentating?
Second game.
Oh, I cannot tell. It's like
Thank
a
you.
seasoned vet.
Oh, you warm my heart. All right.
Aw.
Looks like, ooh, some different comps coming out right now. You can never be too sure, though, because a lot of times in Spawn, they'll play a little bit of whatever, just kind of, you know, take the nerve off, kind of mess around, have a little bit of fun with it. You'll see a little more of the serious comps once we get to that 5-second mark when we're about to attack here.
When you know what's really interesting is when they have a Torbjorn, you know, something else like a Symmetra and a Bastion and Spawn Room, and then you know, and it's just like, well, that's how we're gonna do this. But
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh, interesting comp coming out from the side of Nevermore. And it looks like we got Winston Goats coming out on the side of Honey Badgers.
Yeah, and this D.Va's gonna try to take care of that far, but not able to. From that little bit, but War is gonna be going down here, and Polar's gonna get traded out from it. And it's gonna be interesting to see how these fights are gonna be going here. Tony is going to be taken down, so is Magnifique. I have been progressively able to say his name better and better throughout this.
Yeah,
But
it's just practice.
Yeah. Speaking of getting better and better over this, War has gotten really, he's gotten really dominant so far throughout this series, but
Yeah, Rory's really been picking it up here. Like, you didn't really see too much of him in the first map, but the second map and this map right now, he's kind of showing up a little bit more, being a little more aggressive, I think, with his play style and able to play those DPS, so he's able to shine a little bit more on those.
yeah,
Looks like we
for
got a
sure.
couple switches on the side of Honey Badgers here. The Anna McCree now.
And yeah, that Miley Cyrus ball and on Juicy and McCree on G-Man's even gonna take down that pharmacy. And War is able to catch one with his ultimate there on the Nocturnal, and G-Man's able to take down War, but he's gonna get traded out from DJ. And DJ's gonna get traded out here. So many trades coming out,
Yeah.
and it's just insane. And Honey Badger's gonna have to back off, and it's 50% over on the side of Nevermore so far.
Yeah, it's really been 50-50 with the picks for most of these fights until up in the end. I think that's mostly due to the res on the side of Nevermore, just able to bring back that character to put the tides back into their favor, and that's how they keep winning these fights, I think.
Yeah, and you love to see how teams win the fights and how it's digested, and that's why we do have a color commentator. And speaking of color, there's a huge EMP, a 6-man EMP, and there's a 5-man downfall, and now it's a 6-man Swiffer Swiper. Where you at? Because that was a clean sweep. 6-man kill there, and women. You know, you gotta have those. You know what? Just to split this in here. I hope you guys are having a happy Memorial Day. If you are in the States, of course, last weekend we had Victoria Day up here in Canada.
Ooh, Nano.
Oh, there's a Nano, but he slept in mid-air.
They're not able to get on the point in time, though, because of the Halen ultimate.
That is unfortunate to the extreme, and Nevermore is able to take that 100-0. And Nevermore is on a roll right now.
Oh, gosh. Apparently, I need to say some names, the chat is saying. All right. Whose name am I saying? Warwazi and Luckbox. All right, I got you. All right. That's just for you. All right. Hey, look, a little gift from me to you. All right.
Oh goodness! Don't get intimidated by chat. Don't get intimidated by them. They're just some people. They're just some trolls behind the camera screen that love watching good Overwatch, and we love those trolls.
Yeah, I'm
Cheers
just
to
letting
you.
them know. It don't matter who you are. I appreciate you for watching.
Exactly. We all love you, and so does Refused.
All right. Looks like they're gonna elect to keep the same comp on the side of Nevermore here, and Honey Badger's going back. It looks like they're gonna actually change up their comp from the Winston McCree Goats.
And they're
Not
gonna be
sure
late to
what
get
they're
back to
thinking.
the point.
Yeah, but that's a sacrifice they're gonna have to take, it seems, because they wouldn't really have that good comp going in. Because there's not much point going in there and feeding with the ultimates if they think it's the wrong comp.
Yeah.
Rather just let them get that
definitely,
few percentage.
Yeah, and to see how this will be going for them with that comp switch, and Nevermore's going to be taking first control of the point, and it is 2-0 so far in this series. And if Nevermore win University, then they will win the series. And DJ is trying to single-handedly win it for them as he's able to get 2, and they're able to, and Nevermore is able to follow it up with 2 more on their side, and yet again they're looking dominant.
Yeah, you gotta think on Honey Badger's side. You know, was switching the right thing? You know, what's gonna work against their team comp here? And I think they're just gonna have to try to stick with this, and eventually just gonna try to get a pick like that one right there. But it's gonna be rezzed up though, it seems. Unless it's not gonna be a good hack onto the Mercy.
Yeah, and hacks on the Mercy are huge, but because they do not have that flying ability, and Magnifique is able to get a nice pick over there on a Vanguard, and is able to get another nice kill on there to Juicy. And yes, I've said Juicy. I know that's not his full name, but I just, yeah, I don't feel like messing up and you guys roasting me like before. But Honey Badger is able to flip the point here at 63% for Nevermore. And oh, Perla. And why did it just turn into an Aussie? But what a nice thing, what a nice kill there from Polar with that rocket. But Honey Badger is not able to hold on to the point very well so far, as Nevermore is looking like they're going to be able to pull it back again. Or not really again, but able to pull it back for them. And that hammer's just going to get hacked and everything else that can go wrong. And Nevermore's able to flip it back. And what do you think that the Honey Badgers need to do to get some traction?
I'm not sure. I really thought they had it there, but they were able to, you know, kind of back off on the side of Nevermore. They were able to pick off Magnifique, who was really winning the fight for them. And it looks like they're going to actually keep the point back again because they're all focused on high ground. No, not quite.
Yeah, not quite. And Rory's able to take down Nocturnal. That's going to be a huge first kill, and the kills are just going to be stacking over on the side of the Honey Badgers. And they're not able to get anything so far. Rory popping off on that Doomfist. And speaking of popping off, Nevermore 3-0's Honey Badgers and sends them packing home, and Nevermore moves on here in the lower bracket. Or if you're not a sensitive person, apparently Refuse says, then the loser's bracket. But DJ is able to get the POTG, the Potager.
Yeah, the Potager.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what a flashy play. But
it was really good coming out on the side, and Nevermore ended off there. Just impressive. They good working together. They were just being really focused, and they made the right calls of when to back off during pretty much the whole series, except for that one fight on Li Zhang, I believe, where they pushed up to their spawn and then got the point flipped on them. But other than that, really good.
Yeah, definitely. And like we were saying before earlier here on Oasis, and we do have him coming in here, Rory was popping off as of before. And like I said before, we do have the MVP poll up. If you are on Twitch, if you're on D-Live, go ahead and hit us up on Twitch, give us a follow, a sub, or a Twitch Prime, whatever you would like. Twitch Prime is best. And go ahead and hit us with that, and go vote for your MVP of the match. It is still open as of right now. And speaking of the man I was just talking about, Rory, how are you feeling after that confident 3-0 victory?
Feeling good, my dude.
Nice. That was pretty impressive. You were able to pull off some pretty good Widow plays on Hanamura, which you don't really see the Widow with the bunker comp. Was there kind of an idea beforehand of that, or was that kind of something you guys decided to do on the fly?
Kind of an idea. No leaks, no leaks.
No leaks, no leaks. Understand.
Widow's fun. Widow's fun. That's all.
Yeah. It's a good time to play it right there. And you were doing really good in those Widow 1v1s, I noticed as well. So for coming into this game, did you guys watch a lot of VODs of Honey Badgers? Because they were on a pretty massive win streak here. So you guys were able to come in here and 3-0, which I was a little surprised. I expected it to be a lot closer, which, don't get me wrong, it was close during the maps, but I was expecting maybe 4 or 5 maps to come out of this one. So what was your planning and strategizing against them?
I don't know. We just came in here and just played the game. We didn't really look at who they were or anything. We just know they beat SK Raccoonians, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
FSK is definitely a large and a huge task to take on, and being able to beat the Raccoonians is a huge medal in itself to be able to beat them, but what's your confidence level at, and what's the team's confidence level at going on and moving on in the lower bracket?
Oh, we're feeling great. I'm proud of everybody. I think everybody showed up today and did what they needed to do, and I'm really proud of that. So we're feeling good.
That is awesome to hear. And for one more time, we want to give up GG's in the chats for right now, as Nevermore does defeat Honey Badgers. And of course, the clap coming in from poor Zach. And congratulations, Rory. We cannot wait to see you more in this tournament. And good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And speaking of having great performances and GG's, MVP poll is still open. And we're excited to see you guys are voting for MVP. And Zach, what do you think was a really driving force for Nevermore winning this series?
I think it was just knowing, like I said before, I was really keen on their aggression, knowing when to go in. You could see the skill coming out from each individual player, and just understanding what person to collapse on, when to back off, you know, what position do we want to go. So I think they just did pretty much all those things flawlessly. You know, there was a couple things here or there that they, of course, probably wish they would have done something different. But isn't that with every team? There's not much else to say. They were just clearly the better team in this fight, and I expect them to do really good in their next match as well.
Yeah, definitely. And we still are waiting for the MVP poll.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who that is.
Yeah, because there's multiple people who would be MVPs. And who do you think is your MVP?
You know, looking at all of them, I think that maybe Rory could be the MVP here. He just popped off, you know. There's not much more to say than that. Did great Widow. You know, I just think he was really coordinated with the team. You know, everyone was coordinated with the team. But I think that Widow play is just super outstanding from him. So I'm excited to see some Widow play always. You know, in a meta like this, you can't always expect to see DPS, but we saw a lot more than what you would usually see today, and I'm always happy about that. So for me, I think the MVP for me has got to be Rory.
Yeah, definitely. He started off a little bit slow in the series, but he definitely it seemed like he warmed up in the first map and a half, but he definitely popped off over on Oasis and over on Hanamura a little bit, and it's gonna be really intriguing to see how it's gonna be going with this. And speaking of MVP, we got it correct. You got it correct. You didn't cast your curse at all. Your track record is still fine, except for that one composition earlier on.
It happens. All right, it's bound to.
But Rory is your MVP. Congratulations, Rory. And that should be it for us over here on the Watchers Brawl tournament number 5 here in the month of May, as we just had Nevermore Nation versus Honey Badgers. Nevermore winning 3-0, 3-0, however you want to slice it and dice it. That is going to be it for us. I am Aries. You can catch me on Instagram, Aries_Thompson. And of course, with us, we have the lovely producer and the person who makes this all happen, Refused. And he has been a great producer for us, and he's the reason that we are all here today, gathered to watch these great Overwatch teams compete. And of course, we have poor Zach over here. No, he's not poor Zach. That's his name, poor Zach, or whatever you say, Zach. Poor, like. Anyways, do you have anything that you would like to plug?
Just plug my Twitch really quick. Twitch.tv/PoorZach. I play high diamond, low masters. I like to analyze gameplay. I'll play a couple games every other day. Kind of change it up. Check me out on Instagram @PoorZach. And that's really the only things I use. I'm trying to use Twitter a bit more, but I still don't really use it, to be honest. So I'm not even gonna bother plugging it.
But with that, we want to say have a good morning, good night, good afternoon.
And have a good Memorial Day.
Yeah, have a great Memorial weekend or late Victoria Day or whatever day you're celebrating anywhere. Happy Pancake Day if that's a thing today or something. I don't know, to celebrate something is always a great day. Every day above ground is a great day. Remember that as one of the greatest quotes I love to live by. But have a great one.